On behalf of the School of Pharmacy here at the University of Charleston, I'd like to welcome those of you who are here in person with us, and also those who are watching online, to the White Coat Ceremony for the class of 2025. For those of you who are attending in person, if you'd take a moment to please silence your phones. I'm Dr. Scott Weston, and it's my privilege to serve as the Dean of the School of Pharmacy here at UC. Given the events of the past year and a half, we're very grateful to be able to hold this ceremony here in person on campus. I want to thank each of the donors who covered the cost of the white coats that our new students will be receiving today. And for our P1 students, each of you will have a note from your sponsor or donor in the pocket of your white coat when you receive it. I'm also very thankful to Ms. Bureau that the number of students that we had that came back from the whitewater rafting trip yesterday was the same as the number who departed on that trip. For each of our new P1 students, today is a big day. The conferral of your white coat is a tangible symbol of your entry into the profession of pharmacy. It also represents the trust and respect that our patients have in us as pharmacists and the responsibilities and commitments that we have to our patients. Each of you from this day forward are not just students, but are pharmacists in training. Dr. Rachel Sevilla, a UCSOP alumna and member of the class of 2012, will have more about that later. But first, I'd like to introduce Dr. Marty Roth, the president of the University of Charleston.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Weston. It's a pleasure to see everybody today. This is a great celebratory occasion, but also an important occasion as we have new pharmacy students who are embarking on a incredible academic journey that's going to prepare you for outstanding careers in the field of pharmacy. Now, for all of our guests, and our students probably are getting familiar with this already, but for all of our guests, what makes the University of Charleston so unique is our mission, that we're going to educate each and every student for three things: a life of productive work, enlightened living, and community involvement. So all of our new pharmacy students are going to have an opportunity to be as prepared as they possibly can for whatever career path they want to pursue in pharmacy, whether it's as a hospital pharmacist, a retail pharmacist, acute care pharmacist, researcher, and so forth. So our faculty is going to do a terrific job making sure that you're prepared, aware of, and understand all those great career options available to you. Enlightened living is also very important for us because we know how rapidly the world around us changes. And as responsible citizens, we need to have an awareness and appreciation of important world events, and those can include things like the substance use disorder crisis that we have here in West Virginia, climate change, or issues around diversity, equity, and inclusion, events that happened around the world, such as the tragic events that have unfolded recently in Afghanistan. Those are things that, as citizens of the university, citizens of Charleston, citizens of West Virginia, citizens of the world, we need to have an understanding of those things so that we can have confidence in trying to make the world a better place by having a positive impact on these challenges that face our world today. And community involvement is essential for all of us to make positive contributions in the communities where we study, where we live, and where we work. And the School of Pharmacy does an outstanding job making sure that our students have ample opportunities to be involved in community activities that are in sync with your career and professional preparation. So you have a great journey ahead of you. For those of you who may have been walking through this building, Riggleman Hall, earlier today, you might have heard some fire alarms going off. If you were in here earlier, the heat was on. Why are these crazy things happening as we're getting ready to launch the semester? Because of great changes that are happening here on campus. We're ready to open up 3 new learning spaces on the other side of this building, and we've had all kind of testing from the fire marshal and so on and so forth in here. So if you hear a fire alarm today, don't worry, don't be nervous. We don't need to get up. We're just making sure that, that everything is in order. So again, I want to welcome everybody. Thank you for being here to celebrate with us. We appreciate your being so compliant with the mask wearing. We are completely committed to the health and safety of our community. We're incredibly proud of our students who have stepped up, if they hadn't already, to be vaccinated, or if they needed an exemption, that they pursued that in the appropriate manner. We want to make sure that you're able to have the best education here, and that education includes having classes in person and having face-to-face contact with your peers, your professors, with others and members of the community. So being vaccinated is the best way for us to do that, and we appreciate you all complying with our health and safety protocols. So again, welcome, and it's my great pleasure to introduce our colleague, Joe Yonish, who is going to lead us with the university alma mater. Joe?
If you would stand, please. So some people think that an alma mater is about a group of buildings or an institution, but actually, as Jamie and I could tell you, because we come from the Ohio State University where the alma mater is really something, it's about the connection between people that you will meet here. So I invite you as I sing, not to look at me, but to look at one another, to let this be the start of your connections. In the shadow of the mountain by Canar's river, our beloved alma mater proudly stands forever. University of Charleston, true will ever be. University of Charleston, hail, all hail to thee. Good luck.
Thank you, Dr. Yonish, for sharing your talent with us and also reminding us of the connections we will make here and will carry us through life after our experience here at University of Charleston. I look forward to celebrating that with you also as we sing the song again at your graduation. So that's something to look forward to. So as an educator who has the privilege of training future pharmacists, There's really no greater reward than seeing your students flourish as clinicians and professionals in the practice setting where they're taking care of patients. And today we get to celebrate that with our guest speaker. Dr. Rachel Sevilla is a graduate of the University of Charleston School of Pharmacy's class of 2012. She completed a pharmacy practice residency, a PGY1, at Charleston Area Medical Center, and she is currently a clinical pharmacy specialist focusing in renal transplant care at CAMC. She spent 3 years as a clinical staff pharmacist before becoming a clinical specialist at CAMC's General Division. And when she was at the University of Charleston School of Pharmacy, she was the vice president of APHA, so you're familiar with the organizations now, the Academy of Students of Pharmacy. And she was also very active in the Student Society of Health System Pharmacists, and she was a Golden Eagles cheerleader. Whenever she is in practice, Dr. Sevilla also has research interests that include transitions of care, which you'll learn more about, immunosuppression, and regimens in renal transplant of the patients and outcomes related to hepatitis C. She's also, and keep this in mind for later, she's one of our APPE preceptors, so she may actually be one of your teachers as you get into your 4th year of training. It's really an honor to welcome one of our own back home. Please help me welcome Dr. Rachel Sevilla.
Thank you, Dr. Lucas, and good afternoon. At this time, I would like to acknowledge the many family and friends, faculty, alumni, staff, and especially the class of 2025. Thank you for allowing me to be here to welcome you to your White Coat celebration. As an alumni of the class of 2012, it is my honor and pleasure to welcome you, the student pharmacists of the class of 2025, to the profession of pharmacy. When I sat in your shoes exactly 13 years ago, I had ideas of how my pharmacy career would go, static ideas. I underestimated the amount of growth and evolution in not only myself, but our profession. And immunizing pharmacists wasn't the norm. In fact, it was while I was in pharmacy school that West Virginia passed legislation to allow pharmacists to vaccinate. And we were in the infant stages of being a part of the multidisciplinary team. Fast forward, the community comes to our counters for vaccinations, and in hospitals, and in my particular role, it's extremely common for the team to say, "Where's the pharmacist? We're not starting without her today." Currently, I'm the clinical pharmacy specialist with the kidney transplant team at Charleston Area Medical Center. Our multidisciplinary team consists of surgeons, nephrologists, a social worker, a dietitian, nurse coordinators, and myself. My role in pharmacy is the best of both worlds, inpatient and outpatient transitions of care. I make daily therapeutic recommendations to our surgeons while on rounds, see pre- and post-transplant patients in our clinics, and ensure patients are adequately educated before being discharged from the hospital. When I was asked to be here today, I took a time out. I sat back, I watched my colleagues and my peers. I thought about, what does the white coat mean? What is the purpose of this ceremony? And what could I talk to you all about or inspire you as you embark on your pharmacy career? A coat's an object. It's a piece of clothing that we use to keep us warm, to protect us, often when we're about to do something. Simple, but not. The white coat for a pharmacist defines how we function as healthcare providers. It aligns with our values and beliefs: professionalism, trust, integrity, competence, and a commitment to improve health. It symbolizes being a part of something bigger than yourself. My white coat has changed over the years. At first, it was brand new, stark white, and a little rigid, like the one you'll receive this afternoon. The coat seemed to wear me, and at times it felt overwhelming. During APPE rotations in residency, my white coat pockets would be filled with papers and notes and clinical pearls, heavy with information. But following graduation, finishing residency, and 1 or 2 job changes in there, I have a coat that fits me well, and my pockets seem a little lighter. Our contributions as pharmacists, no matter how large or small, will make a difference in someone's life or the lives of someone's family. If you see something that is not right or unjust, make it known. Don't hide behind the white coat. It's okay to not be okay with the status quo and to model the change that you want to see. Be a leader by your actions and more than just a title. And advocate for our profession, but also our patients. Donning the white coat means that you've made a commitment to your education. You will spend countless hours in the library studying for therapy tests, but the studying won't end when you walk across the stage in 2025. The lifelong process of education in pharmacy is unique, filled with residencies, specialties, certifications that enhance our pharmacotherapy knowledge to better serve our patients. While not all practice sites utilize a white coat, I encourage you to keep the meaning of the white coat with you every day. And as you walk across the stage today, it marks the beginning, an observance of the significant milestone in your pharmacy career. Congratulations, class of 2025, and welcome to the profession.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sevilla. At this time, I would like to invite the class of 2025 to come forward and receive their white coats. Alondra Alfonso Gonzalez. Danielle Anthony. Alejandra Baez Gonzalez. Matthew Ballard. Bailey Beaver. Bryn Calhoun. Paula Colon Cruz. Vanessa Colon Lozalo. Natalie Cronin. Nivra Dorleen. Haley Flick. Naisha Garcias Matos. Laura Gonzalez Lopez. Grace Honecker. Clifton Joyner. Vienne Q. Jacqueline Kusa. Benson Quira. Naomi Ledford. Morgan Mason. Jenna Mead. Gabriela Perez Febles. Christopher Quinones. Carolina Ramos Lopez. Natalia Rodriguez Mercado. Victor Rojas. Sheila Sulema Roman Gallegos. Abraham Samba. Cassandra Semple. Autumn Smith. Megan Smith. Genesis Sullivan Ploud. Abdullah Syed. Brooke Wagner. Bailey Winnell. I would like to thank Dr. Muhammad Rashrash for assisting with the dispensation of the coats as the class advisor for the class of 2025, and I would like to introduce Mr. Darius Berry, PSGA President.
Good evening. At this time, I ask any pharmacists, student pharmacists in the class of 2025 to please stand and join me in reciting the Pledge of Professionalism found on the 3rd page of your program. As a student of pharmacy, I believe there is a need to build and reinforce a professional identity founded on integrity, ethical behavior, and honor. This development, a vital process in my education, will help ensure that I am true to the professional relationship I established between myself and society as a member of the pharmacy community. Integrity will be an essential part of my everyday life, and I will pursue all academic and professional endeavors with honesty and commitment to service. To accomplish this goal of professional development, as a student of pharmacy, I will develop a sense of loyalty and duty to the profession of pharmacy by contributing to the well-being of others and by enthusiastically accepting responsibility and accountability for membership in the profession. Foster professional competency through lifelong learning. I will strive for high ideals, teamwork, and unity within the profession in order to provide optimal patient care. Support my colleagues by actively encouraging personal commitment to the oath of a pharmacist and the code of ethics of pharmacists as set forth by the profession. Dedicate my life and practice to excellence. This will require an ongoing reassessment of personal and professional values. Maintain the highest ideals and professional attributes to ensure and facilitate the covenantal relationship required of a pharmaceutical caregiver. The profession of pharmacy is one that demands adherence to a set of rigid ethical standards. These high ideals are necessary to ensure the quality of care extended to the patients I serve. As a student of pharmacy, I believe this does not start with graduation. Rather, it begins with my membership in the professional college community. Therefore, I must strive to uphold these standards as I advance towards full membership in the profession of pharmacy. As a class, we voluntarily make this pledge professional. Thank you. You may be seated.
If you would, let's take a moment to welcome the new class of 2025 into the profession of pharmacy. As we conclude our white coat ceremony today, I want to thank Dr. Sevilla for her remarks. I also want to thank all the UCSOP faculty, staff, and students who worked so hard to make this event a reality today. For our P1 students, I want to welcome you again to the profession, and I look forward to working with you over the next several years as we begin our journey together. For our first year students and our UCSOP faculty and staff, I want to remind you that immediately following the conclusion of the ceremony, please go to the east steps of Riggleman, and we'll be making pictures there together. To everyone here in person and watching or participating online, thank you for your participation today, and this concludes our white coat ceremony.